Hi there, and welcome to our channel. If you find this video useful, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that could make or break your personal injury claim. Did you know that a significant percentage of injury claims, and we're talking up to 80%, end up being far less successful than they could or should be? And in many of these cases, this isn't because the injury isn't real or the pain isn't genuine. It's usually because of avoidable mistakes that undermine the claim's value. So let's talk about these common pitfalls, and more importantly, how you can avoid them to make sure your claim is as strong as possible. First things first, documentation. This is the cornerstone of a successful personal injury claim. Documentation is critical in any personal injury claim, including car accidents, slip and falls, workplace injuries, and more. I can't stress enough how vital it is to have thorough and accurate records of everything related to your injury. You need to be prepared. And in most cases, we're looking for things like photographs of the accident scene, preferably multiple angles, close-ups, as much detail as you have. You also want detailed descriptions of how the incident occurred. Because let's be honest, our memories can be a little fuzzy sometimes. So write things down in detail, and as soon as you can. And don't forget witness statements. Those are gold. Having someone else back up your story can make all the difference to the outcome of your case. And of course, your medical records are essential if you've been treated for an injury. These records are the medical proof that something happened to you and the foundation of a compensation claim. Without solid documentation, proving the extent of your injury becomes incredibly difficult. So even if your injuries are mild, make sure you get treated at a medical facility to get the evidence of your injuries on file. Many claims, and I've seen a lot of them, fall apart simply because the evidence isn't there. Maybe the accident details were only recorded verbally, or perhaps the medical records are sparse because the injured person didn't go to the doctor immediately. But here's the thing, insurance companies and courts, they don't just take your word for it. They generally need concrete evidence to justify the claim for compensation. And the more detailed your documentation, the better your chances of receiving a fair settlement. I've already touched on it, but it's important, so let's talk about the need for getting medical attention after an accident. It's an area where I see people trip up, and it's completely avoidable. After an injury, even if you think it's no big deal, you absolutely have to seek immediate medical care. This is non-negotiable. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but John, it's just a sprained ankle. I'll be fine. But here's the thing. You might be right, but you also might not be. And when it comes to legal matters, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Seeking immediate medical attention does two major things. First, it makes sure your health is taken care of. That's the most important thing, right? Second, it creates a medical record that directly links your injury to the incident. This is crucial for your claim. It's like having a timestamp on a receipt. It proves when and where the injury occurred. And speaking of medical care, consistency is key. You can't just go to the doctor once and call it a day. If you start missing appointments or decide to skip out on those prescribed treatments, it raises red flags. The insurance company might start to think, if they're not taking their treatment seriously, maybe the injury isn't that serious after all, and that can seriously hurt your chances of getting the compensation you deserve. So always keep up with your medical visits, follow your doctor's advice religiously, and keep all those medical records and receipts organized. This not only helps your recovery, but also strengthens your case. Okay, we've covered documentation and medical attention. Now let's dive into the sometimes murky waters of legal procedures. This is where things can get a little tricky. And it's where a lot of people, understandably, make mistakes. The legal process, let's be honest, can be about as much fun as a paper cut. It's complex, it's daunting, and it can feel like you're navigating a maze blindfolded, especially if you're trying to handle it on your own. And trust me, I get it. Hiring a lawyer isn't always at the top of everyone's wish list. But here's the thing. Insurance companies, they have teams of lawyers, and their job is to minimize the amount of money they have to pay out on claims. It's a business after all. So if you're going up against their A-team without a good lawyer on your side, you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. Hiring an experienced personal injury attorney is honestly one of the smartest moves you can make. A good lawyer understands the ins and outs of the legal system. They can negotiate with insurance companies, and they'll fight tooth and nail to get you the full compensation you deserve. Your attorney will protect you from lowball offers and unfair settlements. They'll also help you avoid common legal missteps like missing deadlines, misfiling paperwork, and this is a big one, accepting a lowball offer too quickly because you're not sure what your claim is actually worth. Don't let the insurance company pull a fast one on you. So do yourself a favor and find yourself a good lawyer. It's an investment in your future, and trust me, it's worth every penny. So there you have it. Remember, it all comes down to 3 key things: documentation, medical attention, and legal representation. By taking these steps, you're not just protecting your rights, you're taking control of your situation. You're saying, hey, this happened to me and I deserve to be treated fairly, and that's what it's all about. Thanks for watching. And if you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on protecting your legal rights. And if you have any questions or need legal assistance, feel free to reach out to us directly. We're here to help. Please visit our website at kellumlawfirm.com.